Not quite.
Hello? Still not working. It says
There it
it's
goes.
streaming. Is it streaming? Are we live? We good? Okay. The stream is
Seems
up.
live.
Okay! I have to change it again. Alright. Great. I think we're good. I'll stream in Discord again. As long
Thank
as it
you.
doesn't crash because of... That's not the right thing. I'm not gonna stream OBS.
Riveting stuff, truly.
Oh no. It didn't even give me the... Why is it... Why does it even show me playing that? I don't want it to show me playing that.
What?
Gosh. Discord is really falling off. Anyway.
Discord do be falling off.
Okay. Fine. Dio forms another group. No one has any idea what's happening. At least of all me. My bitrate is garbage.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if you had an idea what was happening.
This is a really weird place to have stopped.
Huh? Wait, you mean there's only one option?
So I go
This is gonna be the
Temioji,
funniest stream.
Fi and Dio go together, Clover and Kay. Is everybody else dead?
Yeah, there's no other way we can group up to make white. Alice, Luna, and Quark aren't here to show us their bracelets. But it's pretty clear they'll all be pairs, since none of the pairs here have a partner.
Anyway, we hate Dio. There are robots and also viruses, and also we're locked in a facility. And also, it may or may not be many years in the future. We have no idea what year it is.
And there's a moon base.
A what?
Wasn't there a moon base?
I don't know
Okay.
if it got proven that it was on the moon. I think that we were extrapolating. Absolutely do not run an ad right now. Screw you.
Right.
Alright, what now? We've got plenty of time until those white doors open.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go find Alice. Of course. I'll come with you then.
Forgot about that one.
Her smile.
Her.
Oh,
Period.
yeah. Clover gave her a shrug, and the two of them headed out through the cyan door. This is possibly the worst place I could have started. Honestly,
Do I really need to say it?
should I just go back
Might
a
need to
couple of...
restart like this ending.
Yeah. I'm not going all the way back,
Yeah, you're right at the end.
but... Oh wow, I am right at the end. I think going back somewhere might be a good idea. Let's see. Oh! I remember that. That took me forever. Let's do this. Let's go right here. Right after the pressure exchange chamber. Because we found out more about the fact that there's a chamber to keep the virus from getting in. And that was that
Yeah, they have
escape room
COVID-19.
that I kept getting stuck in. Yeah. Why is there COVID-19 in my Zero escape? Now I'm live? Oh, Stream Elements, you're so late. Why does it think I'm streaming games and demos? Where is it getting that from? I might have to just redo literally everything on my streaming setup. But that's a project for another day.
Looks just like the one on the last floor. There's even a big old door in the same spot where the number 9 door is in the other warehouse.
Interesting. It's rusted over.
No lever to open it anyway.
What if we sawed through it?
With
Duh.
what saw?
I don't know.
How much do you think that
Just a
thing
thought.
weighed?
You'd have about as much luck trying to lift a pickup truck, even if it was unlocked.
I want to know what those are.
Those white doors?
Doors.
Yep.
Yeah, seems like it. I mean, look at this.
New chromatic doors.
It's one of those things that says lock.
Okay. Do I see anything about the... to the chromatic doors? I chose the ally. Okay.
This game is crazy if you don't know what's happening.
This game is crazy when you do know what's happening. It's insanity when you don't.
It's so much. It's so funny to me right now.
This is why I was trying to watch my own VODs. Okay, so this is when you choose the door. So if you choose a yellow door, which I think this one is going with Alice, I think this one is going with Luna. So I don't know who this one is. Oh, you can't see the cursor. I need to change that. Give me 1 second. Wait, is it not going to give me the chance to do that? Usually it lets you see the cursor. Oh, there it is.
It does in Discord.
I wanted it to show up on my stream. Okay. Yeah, this one was... I wish that it gave you more information in the flowchart. Like, that was a saving grace of Nirvana, is that it at least told you something about each spot. This one gives you virtually
Nirvana
no
had, like,
information.
a detailed breakthrough of what happens.
Yeah, it
in
was
each
pretty good,
spot.
because, like, I talked about how I, like, wrote a summary. All I really did was, like, reword some of the things that I found and put them in what I thought was the right order. I did spend a really long time on that, though. Spent 45 minutes
You
writing
beat
an essay.
Nirvana, right?
Yeah! It had a really disappointing ending.
I don't remember that.
That's why you don't remember it. Do you remember the twist where, the timeline? Yeah. That was the last thing that was actually interesting. It's a big, cool, epic showdown at the end, and I was so bored. I kind of want to jump here,
something like
honestly.
I think that's fair.
I just don't want to replay all of this.
I mean, if you don't remember it.
You're right. I know the beginning very well. Go through the
Fine.
yellow door with 10 Myoji. Okay.
Sure.
Good, you guys. There's an ending that I really wanted to look at, though, because when I was watching through the VODs, there's a point here where Dio has a needle gun. And I thought, if I go through, which it would involve betraying Luna, which sucks, yeah. Because that would mean I chose betray here. But I thought if I get to the treatment center before Dio does, then I can take whatever is there, and then he won't have a weapon. Oh!
Wasn't that locked?
So there's a password I have to input here. So it's not necessarily locked in the same way that this is. Because this is the knowledge door, I think. I don't know why this one isn't the same. I saw a lion. Zero Escape mentioned! Hi, Maui. Yeah, I'm trying to get back to it. This is wild. There's, what, 27 endings in this game? And I've gotten maybe
Too
2
many.
of them. I have 30 hours in this game. Just this one. Not even the, like, 999. This save has 27 hours on it. And this is what I have to show for- wait. I guess I have a good portion of it. Okay, never mind.
Generously, like, a third.
Yeah. Like, I'm really excited to, like, actually find out some more stuff. But it's just, whatever. It's okay. Because we'll be, you know, laughing and joking. It'll be fun.
Goofing and gaffing.
Mm-hmm.
and we'll be going through the magenta door.
All right then.
Better than getting stuck with that crusty old fart, I guess.
Jeez.
So, Clover, Luna, and I will be going through the cyan door.
No one likes you, do you?
I don't get to go with Alice?
I like you.
Why?
It's funny.
I mean, if that's a redeeming quality, I
I know his
guess.
voice actor, and I know we've probably already looked him up.
Oh, we definitely have looked at the voice actors. No, he does have a good. They all have pretty decent voice acting. I really do like the voice acting in this game, and the voice acting in AI. Although I will admit, having played 1,000 times Resist recently, I think that game has probably my favorite voice acting I've ever heard, like in anything. And I don't even know how to explain why. It's just like, it sounds almost unprofessional, but like the way that they did it makes it sound like so much more like intimate. Like it feels like you're actually there with people instead of it being a recording. If that makes sense. I don't know how it's like that, but it's really cool. Okay, Clover, Luna, and Kay are going together.
Sorry. I'll try and stay out of the way. I don't really mind you. But the K guy seems really suspicious.
We think he's a robot, right?
I think we know he's a robot.
How do we know? Because, like, they could still try and fake us out.
Okay, but wasn't there like a solid, like, 30-minute long cutscene of his backstory?
I don't think it was his backstory. I think it was someone talking about these vague characters and stuff. Like, I think it was, like,
Maybe.
all but confirmed, where, like, he's the only character you could infer that it's him, but it wasn't actually proven. Right? I don't know. It talks about how if... Who dresses like that? Robot with a toga. Something about him having...
I mean,
he has a watch, too. But then again, it is embedded in his suit. I don't know. Ads. Oh. Technical hiccups tried to crash the party, but we're back on track. And Mallory, they're just mind blown over the non-robotic nature of our hero. Okay.
We're all meeting one another for the first time. Aren't we equally suspicious?
No.
no, you're definitely suspicious. Kay.
Thank you, Maui. Dude,
Break it to you.
you know that ending where Kay is like, hey, if you ally, I promise I won't betray you, and then he's like, haha, sorry, and then leaves without by himself?
That was hype.
I was so mad. I remember that. I was like, I kind of liked him, and then I was livid. Okay, you know something that kind of annoys me? The characters have
What?
pretty massive double standards, because they get really, really upset with you if you betray Luna. But Alice betrays you at the very beginning. Like, that's the first thing she does, is she's like, oh, I'm gonna betray... And then Sigma's angry, and then they're all like, what a crybaby. Maybe it's because it's later in the game, but I was kind of like, bruh.
Yeah, I feel like being betrayed at the very beginning when you don't know anyone is a little different.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Hey, I'm nothing like you.
Yeah, you're a teenager without clothing.
Until chromatic doors close.
I want to play a Japanese game that doesn't have gratuitous fan service. I would love that.
Bad.
That would make me so happy.
I mean, have you played Mario?
Okay, I was too vague. I want to play a visual novel that doesn't have that. Have you played
man.
Mario?
9,
It's like the most famous one.
7,
We need to
Yeah, sure, it's a Japanese video game, but it's not what I was talking about. Have you played Mario? Get off my back.
0. Chromatic doors.
Okay, calm
Yeah,
down.
I have. You're crazy.
First and only game that came to mind.
Really? The only Japanese video game that doesn't have fan service that comes to mind is Mario? I mean, I think Zelda is pretty...
So far, yeah.
Actually, it depends on which Zelda game, because Twilight Princess technically has some. It's not super bad. It's not played for, like...
If you're a furry.
No, I'm not talking about Link, I'm talking about Midna.
So
I'm
this
kidding,
is
I'm kidding.
the...
I really love her character design. Technically, she's not wearing clothing, but also she's an imp princess, so, like...
Well, actually.
Don't will actually me about my favorite game. Do you know how often
I
I've
can
had
see
the
why we
first line
argued
of
in
that
previous
game?
streams.
Are you seeing
I can see
your
why.
true nature?
Yeah, that checks out.
You know how often I've had the first line of Twilight Princess as my Discord status? Probably more than most of my other statuses.
I've seen it twice, I think.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look! It's the gun.
Looks like it. That's what it said on the door,
Wow.
after all.
Maybe I already did have it in this ending. Why is there an infirmary right next to a warehouse? Why are you so angry about that, Sigma?
Wait,
I don't understand what's so weird about that.
Well, it's probably
just
here
so
if any of
outraged.
the workers get sick or hurt.
What workers?
Did you see the size of that place? A little big to just be somebody's garage.
We got locked in someone's garage and played a death game.
Sigma's so, like, confused about everything.
Kind of funny for the guy who's connected to the morphogenetic fields.
Maybe not now, but judging from the lack of dust, someone was here until recently.
You ever just eat crystallized ginger?
No, what?
Well, it was like my way of self-medicating because my stomach was hurting yesterday. Like, ginger's good for your stomach.
Okay.
It doesn't. It tastes pretty good. I think maybe. I have no idea if it helped or not. All I know is, I went to sleep at like maybe 1, and then I woke up at 4, and then I didn't sleep again till like 6.
Real.
Yeah, it's not a fun time. Who crystallized Synth-Lord? Yeah, I have a lot of friends who call it cannibalism whenever I talk about drinking ginger ale and or eating ginger. Why is she being eaten? Well, you see, I lost it. You should come up with something, Cammy.
Did you have it?
I dropped it. Can you find it for
Was
me?
there something there in the first place?
Oh wait,
or-
you're blind.
What?
I said I dropped it. Can you find it for me? And then I said, "Oh wait, you're blind."
Mhm. Okay.
I see you don't have a comeback.
I don't know what that means.
Get absolutely wrecked. You know exactly what that means.
I don't know what that. I can see, so
You have glasses.
evidently I don't know what that means. Don't you also have glasses?
No!
Am I crazy?
You're crazy. I
You
don't
give
have
off
glasses.
Vibes.
Maui, can you
You give
attest
off
to
glasses
this?
vibes.
Sure, I'm a freaking nerd, but that doesn't mean I have glasses. It would be really funny if Maui just, like, forgot that I don't have glasses, even though we've known each other since we were, like, 11. That's a long time. Dang. The gaslighting is crazy. Wait, are you saying I'm gaslighting her? Ayo?
Think it'll open?
No way. Just look at it. You see that thing next to the door?
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Look at it,
gosh.
it's closed.
You're the gaslighter.
I actually do think you wear glasses.
I'm gonna send you a picture of me right now.
I'm convinced now. Okay, I could send you a picture of me not wearing glasses. That's not hard.
I have one picture of me wearing glasses, and it's someone else's glasses. Eggs the eggs. Here you go. Here's a picture of me, like, 2 days ago. There's another picture of me. Sorry,
Photoshopped.
chat. We're getting a little derailed. I'm okay with taking this slow. Here you go. Do you believe me now?
Why is this image like completely mirrored? Am I crazy?
No, I think it's mirrored. I don't know how it got like that. Anyway.
Yeah, obviously doctored.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have to come back to that one. Curious.
No, I just don't feel like arguing about this. You're gonna be really shocked the next time we hang out in person and I'm not wearing glasses.
You just have taken them off.
When I don't have glasses on my person. When you go through my things and you don't find any glasses.
I know you own glasses because you own blue light glasses. I know you've mentioned those.
Yeah, blue light glasses. How is that the same thing? They're covered in dust. I haven't worn them for months. That doesn't mean that I wear them to see. I wear them if I don't want to be up all night, but I don't wear them, so I am up all night. Checkmate. Gah.
Are you blind?
They're arguing about the door
Good
being
idea.
locked.
Maybe there's one of those.
I don't really want to do the escape room again. Don't.
You don't have to.
Yeah. It's Adam.
Wait, what is this music?
It's goofy. I like it. Actually, it's kind of scary. Oh, wait.
I've never seen this before in my entire life.
Maybe you weren't here for this one. It's an injection gun. Yeah, this is what Dio had. Oh, yeah, we don't take it with us. It'll just ignite the fires of war.
So Tenmyoji's probably gonna take it himself, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, but sound alerts is not working. Here, let me. Thank you. Thank you for that. I always like have to figure out how to do it every time.
Not easy to figure out.
Yeah, Prodigal was saying that it's not actually my fault. So I don't know what's going on with the sound alerts. I'm sorry, Maui. It's hard for me to figure out with streamer brain. I'll tell you that much. But most things are hard for me to figure out with streamer brain. I feel like I lose like 20 IQ points while I'm streaming. Huh. Okay. That's kind of what I wanted to know. I guess I'll just skip. That's a typical experience. That's why we do it, folks. I've watched some of my VODs and then I'll like see myself talking about the game plot and like sounding really smart, and then I'm like, I am just saying gibberish. You hit go live and it instantly lobotomizes you. No, literally, actually. Dunno.
Hey, someone's coming.
Oh, that was scary.
That was jarring.
I think that's the most jarring like camera angle shift that I've seen.
When Sigma's
Theo,
neck just
Clark, and
snaps.
Alex tagging along, looks like.
Everybody.
We bumped into them a little while.
Let me see the map.
Why are you running so fast? What is so urgent? Why do I have to watch these individually? This is like the main thing I complain about every
shocked
time.
they ran into each other.
Well, if you're going the same direction, I get it.
Well, they went through two different rooms though, right?
Yeah. Well, like, yeah, it was just one line right there.
That map. It's just like the one we found in
You know, this game puts a lot of importance on the maps, and I've kind of largely been ignoring them for the entirety of my playthrough.
Yeah, who cares?
They're just going to explain it all to me anyway. What's the point?
Oh, we found a map. There was one in the left.
Maybe we should sit down for a bit.
No, there's plenty of time for that after we check out this elevator.
Okay, fine. Where's Give Me when you need him? He misses Fi.
Not the elevator scene.
I'm never gonna recover from that.
Throwback, that was like 2 years ago.
It changed me irreversibly.
What the?
Yeah, I was still at college. In college. At college? In... Whatever.
I mean, you were both.
In, at... Nat.
One might even say around.
I was around college.
You were around there.
I mean, that's true. Location-wise, I was. Okay, this is completely unrelated, but you know what's really good? Charleston shoes.
What? Oh, I
They're
love them.
so good. And there's
Oh,
these
they're
little
so good.
baby ones.
The minis. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I have this box of that I ate.
Delicious.
Like, I'm not gonna disclose how
Impeccable.
long it's been because I have a bunch of trash on my floor. But I just saw that and I wish I had some. Anyway, they're really good. I want
So
more.
good.
Betwixt college.
So good.
Me when I'm betwixt.
Me when I wanted Twix.
I need to eat actual food. I haven't like I had some salsa and applesauce today. Like, what are you laughing about? Are you laughing about the salsa?
Who up chewing they Charleston?
Oh. Who up chewing they Charleston? That's what you. Okay. I thought you were laughing at me. I was like, what did I say? That was so weird. Salsa and applesauce together? Oh, okay, I didn't mix them. I ate salsa with chips, and I ate applesauce. Not together. I'm a little bit more sane than that. Also, hi Drums,
You don't
how are
dip
you
your
doing?
Chips and applesauce.
That sounds... That doesn't sound good.
It
I
actually
had to
sounds
think
kinda
about
pleasant.
it. No, I don't want that. I don't need crunchy in my applesauce. I'll just eat apples at that point.
Oh, that's fair.
I eat applesauce
like
when I
chunky
don't want to
applesauce.
chew. Well, because if applesauce is... Okay. I don't know. It depends. I don't actually mind if it's like a little bit chunky. I hate using that word in this context, but... Whatever.
This is just like the other.
Okay,
We're not gonna
question,
make any
Cammy.
progress.
Do you think that Dio is a real circus ringleader?
How would you own an outfit like that and not be?
Okay,
Right?
counterpoint,
They don't just
Alice.
sell those. Yeah, she's from ancient Egypt or something. Like,
Oh wait, your whole
she
argument
was
during the
frozen on the
stream,
Titanic.
your whole argument when we actually found her in that, okay, so there's actually a part of one of the endings where Tenmyoji is like, your body's made of Ice 9, and she's like, no, it's not, and talks about all these reasons why it can't be, because Clover is the one who told him that. And that entire time, you just spend being like, no, there's no way it's actually Alice. So like,
Yes, because that would be so stupid.
has your mind changed?
My mind was never made up.
Mine isn't either,
I have
honestly.
a fickle constitution.
A little bit pickle. Anyway, another counterpoint is Glotus. Like, she is a belly dancer,
Lotus?
but she just wears it. Oh wait, that's proving you're on point. Dude, I don't know. Maybe this is the, like, guy side
She
of
was
the fan
coming
fiction.
home from work.
Yeah, I think that's how they explained it. I want to know what the writers of these games were on and where can I get some. You should just hit up Kotaro Uchikoshi. That's his first name, right? Kotaro? I think so.
I have no idea.
Anyway, Uchikoshi is the person who made AI the Somnium Files as well. These games are wild. I mean, you were there for that, Maui. One of the most absurd stories I've ever seen, but it was so much fun. The first game. The second game was kind of
I like the
rough.
second game. No, because whatever that guy's name was really cool. I liked him.
Okay, I will say, for the second game, it didn't affect me the same way the first one did, but that's to be expected with sequels. There were a lot of things that were better about it. There were also a lot of things I didn't enjoy as much. So it was kind of more of a mixed bag for me. It's not a bad game, but I did enjoy the first one more. But I do really like Tama. She was definitely the best thing about the second game. Did you die?
Hmm?
Oh, you didn't die, okay.
These doors have colors
I
on
also
them,
like
too.
Tama.
Were you talking or did you just zone out?
No,
Okay.
I thought that was the logical conclusion to that conversation.
I just didn't know if you heard me or not. Not that you have to say something, I just had no idea.
No, I'll just always say something now.
No, you don't have to. It's okay. This is the problem with calls and not being in person. It's a lot easier to tell when someone is done talking. When you don't have
Alexander
to.
Graham Bell haters be like,
Okay. I regret saying anything.
The one on the left is the one in
Oh,
the
I remember this part.
and the one on the right. Are these chromatic?
I remember colored
There's a
doors.
Well, because I was looking at this earlier yesterday. I was going through some of the endings yesterday as well. I want to go through the Golem stuff again. We're gonna look at that. Do you remember that guy?
Didn't Golem have like a Cockney accent?
Yeah. No, check it out. Check it out. Oh my. Their content isn't really explicit.
That's a good one.
Alexander Graham Bell's antics are out in full force today, huh? Oh, antis. They sure are. Cameo over here, man. Anyway, look. His product ID
all
is GTMCMGOLM. The last bit. On a side note, it stands for Golem type male Cockney model number Golem. Because I refuse to call him Golem, I call him Golem.
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 Just like the other, no good trying to force it.
Is something wrong, Alice?
Oh. No, I'm fine. But it looks like my guess was right. The numbers have changed.
2 hours?
Ah, for fuck's sake. You telling me we're gonna have to just sit around here?
Well, looks like we don't have a choice then. We gotta head back. Sigma, where's that note you found?
What are you laughing about?
A Sigma.
You laughed about that the first time too.
It's so funny.
Is there like a number that's associated, or it's a Greek letter? What does it mean? Does it mean? Because phi is also a Greek letter.
Like, what does it actually mean?
Yeah, not like I know what the popular culture thing means. What does it actually mean?
Sigma meaning.
Oh? Did it say something
18.
like because if it did, we found ours.
Yeah, we got one. Found it in a safe.
Can you imagine if this game didn't have a flowchart? It's
Didn't
just
the
a letter.
original Zero Escape not have a flowchart?
Oh, the original didn't. I don't know if if this game did. I don't know if VLR did on 3DS. It might have, but 999 did not have a flowchart on the DS.
I just think it's crazy.
Yeah, no kidding. So it's just a letter. Is it associated with any of the Arabic alphabet? In engineering, it's a symbol
It's
for
the 18th
stress. You know what? That makes sense. He's always stressed, except when he's not. What about phi? What does phi
I mean,
mean?
it also represents like the sum of numbers, right? Summation.
Interesting.
I
Okay.
don't think Zero's saying otherwise.
You mean this? The Ambidex room?
We found some.
Going back to the Ambidex room.
Let's head.
So, if you don't stupid, better.
Where are you going? Or are you?
All right, go.
Yeah, I just saw all of this.
Skips through all of the dialogue.
Well, because I just saw this yesterday.
No one else saw it.
Well, it's not that important. They're just talking about how they're gonna go back to the Ambidex room, and then Dio's like, I hate you, Tenmyoji. That's kind of the summary.
Real face.
There they go. You know, there's a room called the Bee Garden, and I couldn't figure out what it meant, but I'm pretty sure it means botanical garden.
Oh.
Like that makes sense.
I would have assumed it meant the second
This is the
garden.
infirmary then.
It's possible because there's one that's like slightly smaller, but next to it. But I don't know.
We were
Here's the
able to walk
infirmary.
right in.
That means you can come. You like it, Grandpa. There's lots of alcohol.
Oh, well, that sounds great. Maybe I'll go have a drink later.
The hell, man? How are you so damn?
Grandpa. This is something I realized might actually be, Oh, actually, I think this ending that I'm doing... Yeah, this ending that I'm doing right now, I actually was watching some of it earlier. Like the VOD was part of this. That's why it's so familiar. Anyway, I realized this might be a translation thing because, like, he'd say Oji-san. Like that's grandpa in Japanese, but that's not necessarily... You don't have to... It doesn't have to actually be your grandpa, I don't think. I think it's just an honorific.
But we also, in English, will call old people grandma or
Yeah,
grandpa. Sometimes we're not related to them.
No, that's true. I think it's a little bit less common in our culture, but it does happen. But I think, like, from what I've seen, it happens a lot in Japan. However, I do think they are actually related. Or if not related, I think that he's like an adopted figure, like father figure of some kind. Really?
I'm throwing out my first theory.
Interesting. But if that's the case, then what are their rules for temporal
No idea.
travel? You know something I noticed that I still am wondering about is, do you remember the ending where, or it's not an ending, we got a to be continued. There's a point where Quark gets Radical 6, and then he tries to stab himself, and then Alice gets it too, and then they find the Exalivir, but there's only enough for one person. So they find the cure. But Quark is not wearing his headset at that point. Every other time you see him anywhere, he's always wearing it. Like, I feel like there's gotta be something to that. Because it's kind of a weird thing to be wearing, you know?
Yeah, what even is it?
I don't know.
I can't be sure yet, but there's no way this is all just coincidence.
That's what I said.
Yeah. There's even a 0.
Whatever it is that's going on, we need to get in touch with headquarters and fast.
Headquarters.
Yeah, I agree. They probably figured out we're gone by now.
Yeah,
Do you think they'll find us?
let's hope so.
Yeah, I need to get to the treatment center as a puzzle room, because I haven't had that as a puzzle room yet, and there's definitely a clue about the ninth lion thing in there. Like, I've been trying to solve puzzles, but honestly, there's a lot of puzzles I just won't be able to solve until I've played more of the game, because there are so many endings I haven't even touched.
Finally done. You were taking.
For yawning, you're just a computer program. You don't get tired.
Hey, my temper's got a hair trigger, and you're awfully close to pulling it.
I know you like Zero in this
So
game.
I'd watch my mouth if I were
Zero's
you.
funny.
Otherwise,
Well, you really need me to spell it out.
Forget it.
that's a good boy. Alrighty. Namely, how do you get more BP?
We already know about this. I don't really want to go through all this again.
Do we? What is BP?
Badge points.
Oh, okay.
The AB rooms, remember it's the prisoner's dilemma? You go into the room and then you pick ally or betray, and depending on what you pick, you gain or lose points.
I remember that. Okay.
Yeah. They're explaining it for the first time here.
Go into any room.
Actually, I'm gonna skip this then. Well, maybe not. What does it say?
But in the
Then you mean both members of a...
what do we do?
Play just like you play.
Wait, What's ambit?
I would guess it's short for ambidextrous.
Okay, that's kind of interesting.
Most use the word to refer to the ability to use both of one's hands, instead of favoring the left or right. But it can also be taken to mean someone who is duplicitous or two-faced.
Oh, I've never seen it used like that before. Interesting. So everyone here. It's a game of betrayal then.
And what's the nonary game?
That refers to the whole enchilada. The notary game is a game where you try to open the number 9 door and escape. The ambidex game is just a mini game.
Didn't Tenmyoji know what the nonary games were?
I'm not sure.
Or didn't some character? It
Fi.
might not have been Tenmyoji.
Fi and Clover know.
Was it Fi?
Because
Okay.
well, Fi knew that if your BP gets
Clover was
to
there.
0, you die. She knew that without they made a very big point of making sure that we knew. Fi knew that before 0 explained it. So Fi already understood things about the game before anyone else did. Presumably because of morphogenetic fields, but that wasn't ever actually proven. But I do think like the points where they're like, "Hey, I had a headache," are also going to be important.
Makes sense.
Like hell. This shit is confusing.
Is it? Or is it just a few carrots short of a bushel? What do you think, Ian?
Arrogant little bastard.
Well, that's just how I am. So you better get used to it. Now, could I have you all move to the AB room, please? I'll give you more specifics once everyone's inside.
Southern now. I remember the accent switching.
I think it'll probably be easier to understand that way.
Okay, if I went to the leftmost room. Wait, do you remember when there was like a dead old woman that we found?
Yeah.
I wonder.
Was
I'm sure there's an ending where you actually get to talk to her.
someone kill her?
We don't know who. Okay. I also need to replay the ending because there is an ending where Dio killed Alice and Luna. We find out about it because we are able to check the blood on the watch. Like, we're able to prove that it's him, but I don't remember what happened after that. And I don't know why he did that. Oh, that was the ending where you're almost able to open up Kay's helmet. But I think then it ends or you get killed or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'll need to look at it again.
Why are you asking me? Just hurry up and get in there.
Okay, so
An ambidex 45 minutes.
oh! It's this one!
Speak of the devil.
I like her sleeves. It's not the time for that.
Where'd she get that outfit? Is dead on the
Fuck
ground.
if I know. Look, it doesn't matter who.
She doesn't look stabbed.
Well, she doesn't look hunky-dory, like...
Oh, never mind. She looks stabbed.
Not her sleeves, though.
Shut up.
What the hell were you yelling at? What's going on here?
A woman is dead on the floor. Yo, nice trip.
Is she?
Yeah, you know? Okay.
Respect the grind. Respect the
Okay,
grind.
so this is interesting, right? Because this means, because this is the only ending where we find her, that means that for these other endings, someone else found her and didn't tell anyone about it. Whoever went into the lab, because like, that's where it branches off. We can assume that it's the same up to this point. You know?
I feel like, I don't remember what, but I feel like we had an explanation for why we didn't see her in any of the other endings.
Well, this is relatively close to the beginning of the route.
Like, the room was like that, like they didn't use that room or something.
I guess I'll talk about it. I don't know, but I feel like there has to be something we can do to. Maybe there isn't any way to prevent it. I don't know.
Okay, come on, Quark.
Then she.
Wait, I don't. There's definitely something about this old lady.
Wow. No, yeah,
Wasn't she supposed to be alive?
I
Like
think
she's supposed to be a part of the game.
Tenmyoji is about to freak out about it, I think.
Looks like she was stabbed. Don't see a weapon around here, though. That means either the killer
Thanks,
took
Todd.
it with them, or it was part of them.
Part of them?
Well, if someone was strong enough and they had metal hands,
No,
then they might be
you'd
able
have
to
to have.
stab someone.
What are you suggesting?
It's
Yeah,
just a
that entry
joke.
wound would be huge.
He'd have to have a specific implement for that.
Well, I mean, if you did it hard enough, no, but it would leave probably a bigger wound.
No, it wouldn't look like that. And I think that this was probably the spot where we got. There's another. Where is it? Wound. I don't know if this was. Yeah, because. Luna is the one who knows how to use the atom, so I think this is probably from when. One sharp, one blunt. Oh, interesting. Okay. And this is just telling you about more about it. So I think this is where we find that out. I think we take her to the infirmary and use the atom on her.
Whatever. If we examine the, let's get her to the infirmary.
Wow.
She might be old, but she's still a woman.
What do either of those have to do with the fact that she's dead?
We respect women here. If she was a man,
Like, if she were a young
tough.
man, you would just leave her there.
If we're going to do an autopsy, she should have some privacy. Come
Okay.
on, boys, let's go.
I guess I kind of get it because, like, woman looking out for another woman, but
Yeah, but you're also in a death game.
it is kind of interesting how they're like, don't let the kids see, and then it's like, we're all supposed to be killing each other. But to be fair, like, I think most people would behave kind of like this, as long as they were able to, like... There are multiple points where they're like, how are you so calm? But if something like this actually happened and people were able to, you know, play the game and get their bearings, I think that they would probably behave somewhat like this. Like, people would still build connections and try to, like, take care of each other, even if there's always a chance of being betrayed.
A little bit.
It's not, like, the most far-fetched thing, I don't think. Tenmyoji only stared. Yeah.
Distinctly not staring.
The best they got, I guess. His eyes that caught my attention. The smoldering spark of something burning silently behind his gaze. Oh man.
So he knows the woman.
Yeah. But, like, just knowing who someone is not enough to have a reaction like this. Either he's related to her or that's his wife. Like, I don't...
My wife. I mean, if it was, well, no, because he knows Quark too.
Because I think that,
No,
like...
because it is early on, so I guess the reality's like hitting you.
Yeah, he's, like, going into literal shock. And, like, I think it would be upsetting. Everyone else is, like, they're not happy about it, but they're able to, like, take charge of the situation. He's not even able to speak. It
She's
affects
never
him
seen
so
a
much.
dead body before.
He's the oldest one out of all of them, and he's definitely into some shady stuff. I don't think that's the case. And even if it was, I think
You
it's
just reach
pretty...
a certain age, you just have to interact with a dead body.
I'm just saying, I don't think that...
No, I see what you mean.
I don't think it makes sense for him to not have seen it before. Because, like, even Sigma didn't react that much, and he reacts that much to seeing Alice and Luna dead.
He reacts that much when you suggest workers work in warehouses.
Yeah, Sigma's maybe not the best example of how normal human beings act. Why is there an infirmary right next to the warehouse?
It could be for the workers. What? Like, Sigma, calm down. But,
I like how it makes literally no sense. But like carrying an old dry piece of wood. I feel like I should be reading this stuff out loud more, but eh.
I feel like if I die, I don't want people to describe me as an old, dry piece of wood. Like there are nicer adjectives.
You're right. You're so right. She's got a ring, but it's on her right hand.
Maybe she didn't suffer much when she died.
I don't know, she got stabbed.
I mean, it looks like it got her right in the
Anyway,
heart. She
I
probably
feel a
didn't
little
live
bad
very
about
long.
doing this, but I think we need to...
You mean like...
I'm just going to have a look at... If we had a coroner, then it would be a different... What?
I have a medical.
You're a nurse?
No. Well, I'm not exact.
Interesting. I guess you really can't judge a book by its cover, can you?
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
Are you really going to perform? Oh, I won't really be doing it. I think that machine over there, it's called an atom.
Mm-hmm.
It uses nuclear magnetic resonance imaging to examine and diagnose people.
I don't think nuclear MRI exists right now.
Yes, I think I should be able.
Like, in real life.
Did I win yet? Terry, I haven't even gotten to a new ending yet. How are you doing?
We've actually lost progress.
Yeah! I've done all of this already. Like, I think it's not nuclear, I think it's something else. But I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. How about now? I wish. Exsanguination. So blood loss. 3 or 4 hours ago.
Some ads.
Ads?
Ads.
We vibing. Checking in real quick. Well, good to see you, Terry. Okay.
It means a tool of some sort.
What's it mean by instrument? Was she stabbed with a clarinet or something?
Talk about being lobotomized.
I know, right?
In other words, she was stabbed.
Yes.
Well, I suppose that clears me of suspicion.
Sorry, but no.
Why? Please, don't tell me you think my hand can somehow turn into a knife.
I told you that
Well,
was
you
a
can hold
joke.
on to a knife.
Then why am I still a suspect?
We found the old lady in one of the AB rooms. Before we went in there, only 2 other people had been in that room. You and Clover. Only one of you was conscious.
Hmm.
Fi, please, stop joking around. I assure you, that she must have been put there later.
Huh.
But the door was locked, right? I don't think anyone could have gotten in without the key.
Perhaps. There was a hatch on the ceiling.
What about the
remember?
blood? Wouldn't there be a trail of blood?
Yes.
If
there
the body was... Well, there wasn't a pool of blood.
Yeah. Which means it could have been moved, but like, wouldn't there be a trail?
But Zero said he.
But since there was no pool, it would also suggest she wasn't stabbed there.
Hmm.
You fucking bastard! Why'd you kill her, Kay? I knew it. You're him, aren't you? You're the real Zero.
Honestly, he could be the real Zero.
Wait a minute, please. Just calm down. You aren't making sense. Let's suppose I am Zero. Why would I do something that would obviously cast suspicion on me?
Okay. Hey, Ninja! How's it going? I am getting back into this game. Something I just realized. If that old woman were alive, there would have been 10 people. And last time Zero was part of the game, but if someone killed that old woman, it could be to take suspicion off of themselves, because I think there's only supposed to be 9 people. So, like, they killed the extra person. You know?
Wait, what are you suggesting?
there are 9 players right now. There potentially could have been 10. We don't know who that woman was. If someone was 0, they could kill one person to make it seem like they're not 0, to throw everyone off.
But why would Zero do that?
Because they wanted their game to go smoothly? I don't know. It's just a possibility.
Didn't she have a bracelet? Isn't there an extra bracelet, or was that the first game?
I think that's the first game, but we'll see.
Well, because you figured we'd think that.
That's not a lot. Still, you do have at least half a point. Your argument doesn't confirm my guilt, but it does show us where we should be looking. The real Zero. The person who brought us here is likely the person who murdered that woman. Doesn't that
The real
seem
Zero
like
was the friends I made along the
reasonable
way.
answer?
Guess.
True.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that the
makes
plot of the
sense.
first game?
That the real Zero is the friends you made along the way?
Isn't the real Zero your best friend?
Yeah,
First game.
literally. Are you winning, son? Hey, Grotug. I'm trying to remember what happened. I haven't played this game for a year. And I've already played all of this, so I'm trying to win, but it's gonna take a bit. I'm actually gonna have to stream this every week if I ever want to finish this game. But I mean, we've only been
Or
going for
one,
like an hour.
30-hour stream.
Oh no, my worst... not happening. My worst enemy remembering. I feel that. My memory is not always great.
If Zero was the murderer, then they could open anything they wanted to.
Hope you're doing well though, Gortug.
I mean, didn't Zero say something about that?
ADHD brain is strong. I don't have ADHD, but sometimes it feels like it. That's good to hear. The fact that you're good, not the... whatever, I'm over-explaining.
I live in the master computer. That means all the electronic.
Exactly. Also, consider this. If the murderer isn't Zero, why would the AI Zero stay silent? He told us that his job was to make sure the game ran smoothly, but now the unexpected has happened.
That's
He
kind
says
of what I
nothing.
was just saying. Like, taking someone out and then hiding it.
Why would he do that? If he can see Ed, he must know who killed the old woman. So why has he kept his silence? The answer is simple. The murderer is Zero. Or rather, Zero Senior, I suppose you could say.
Now, I don't know why Kay would be saying all of this if he was Zero.
He likely ordered Zero Jr., the AI.
What if he doesn't know he's
Jr.
Zero?
told us about the murder. Then Zero Senior.
Then why would he have killed her?
Compromised.
Wait!
We don't know he killed her.
How do we know that Zero Senior is a person? We already know that there are robots. He could be one of them. He probably is one of them. Yes.
Isn't that Zero AI?
Not necessarily, because remember the whole stuff about the monitor versus the computer? He could be one of the quote-unquote, the monitor. Because, like, that's what Golem was saying. Like, he has his own thoughts and his own personality and everything, but he is still part of, like, the basically hive mind of robots. He can be taken over at any time, and he does get taken over. Yes, Gortugs. Zero is the person who kidnapped all these people and started forcing them to play this game. Isn't that kind of like what Squid Game is? I haven't seen it, Cammy, but...
It's like Squid Game.
Is it? Is it like that?
I haven't seen Squid Game either.
But yeah, they're playing this game where they're trying to escape. They have to do a bunch of escape rooms, and then there's, the second part of the game is they basically do the prisoner's dilemma, and then they try to get enough points. And once they get enough 9 points, they can open the door that lets them out. But the door only opens once. So once the door opens, anyone who gets left behind is going to be trapped there forever. We don't like Zero. True.
To be fair, we don't know if we don't like Zero.
You know, that's fair. In the first game,
Because
it
in
was
the
kind of
first
more
one, yeah.
complicated, where, like, we were trying to save some, but I don't think it's gonna be like that this game, though.
Zero
I think
was nuanced.
I think that Zero's gonna be nuanced in a different way, and I don't know if they're gonna actually try to make them a sympathetic villain this time.
There is something else to consider as well. Perhaps this murder was not unexpected. Zero Senior murdered her, just as planned. death is only another part of the game.
Interesting.
Well, there's no way to know for sure, but I...
Okay, it's sus.
10 minutes remain. All
Yeah, he's a
players,
robot.
please enter your vote.
He's still sus. Those things aren't mutually
If
exclusive.
No vote is recorded before.
I'm saying that's why he's sus.
I don't know.
Well, one thing's for sure. If we don't go vote, something bad's going to happen.
You see? Just as I said, Zero Jr. ensures the game continues, even though someone has died. All of this is part of Zero Sr.'s plan.
Let's get back to the warehouse. If we all head to the AB rooms, maybe we'll see Zero Jr. After all, he told us he'd give us specifics once we gone in.
Steam has a notes app?
It sure does. I didn't realize you guys could see that.
It might only be Discord.
No, it's showing on my stream.
Oh, yeah, it is.
How do you spell
I
Hemioji?
think you had it.
That's not it.
Maybe Tenmi.
Huh. Oh, there we go. Okay. And then this is where we pick. Okay. To be fair, even though it is kind of long and drawn out, whenever I do one of these endings that I've already done, I don't have to figure out all of the escape room stuff. So that does cut down on some time. I kind of don't want to. I mean, there was a dead lady in there just a
It
few
lures
minutes
you into
ago.
a false sense of security, though.
What does?
Being able to skip over all the escape rooms.
Well, I'm doing things I've already done. So, like, it's not as bad. The choice there, too. Alright. So... okay.
What? Are you worried there's a ghost or something?
I'm just gonna go back to after this. Should I? Or should I wait?
Up to you. I don't think there's really that much there.
Wait. Okay. This is when we find out the results. You can see others running toward the projection. What had happened to make him like that?
So you chose Ally, huh?
You don't get to complain. I won, remember?
Not complaining. I just think you're being a little soft-hearted.
Aw, you worry too much. I'm sure Tenmyoji chose
See,
Ally too.
That's what I'm talking about. You don't have any facts, just misguided optimism.
You sick. Hey, we're about to.
Fine.
Okay.
Good. Looks like you're all.
Let's get ready. Ambidex game.
I'm so impatient.
Round one.
You are.
If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Yeah. I think this is going to be another bad ending.
Here are the results now.
I mean, aren't all of them bad endings except for one?
Sigma. Phi. Sorry.
I trusted you.
Look, I said I was sorry.
See? I told you. A soft heart is the
He
easiest
said
to
it was
break.
sorry.
I'm sorry. I almost condemned you to die.
Do you understand what kind of game this is now?
Are you serious? Someone's dead, and not just dead, murdered. I got no reason to think that murderer wasn't one of you. Only an idiot trusts someone he's never met when there's a killer on the loose.
Fair.
You think I had a choice?
He's kind of right. TBH.
Right. I think that's enough for me. I'm old, and I'm tired, so tired.
Me, for real.
You're younger than me.
I'm tired.
I'm tired too.
Also, barely. Don't.
You said that as if it's a bad thing.
What? That you being older is bad?
I don't know that you being whatever.
Hey, what the hell is this?
Hey, look, lady, I was gonna choose ally, I swear to God. But just as I'm about to do it, this little bastard runs in and hits the betray button.
What?
Oh, come on.
I actually don't know which of them is right. Because this isn't the first time this happens. There's another time where they're paired up. And then Quark is gonna betray Tenmyoji, and then he claims that Dio pressed the button. And in that instance, I definitely thought that Dio was lying. But here?
I think Quark is Zero.
Really?
Really gonna just try and play it dumb, huh? You're a manipulative little twerp, aren't you?
Quark, is he telling the truth? Were you the one who chose betray?
No! I didn't do anything! I didn't have a chance to do anything, but I'm telling the truth! I promise!
Sure, kid. Whatever. Cute and innocent act isn't gonna work.
No!
Fine.
I like Dio.
Quark is actually really annoying in this specific line. Or in this scene, I guess. She stormed off.
Man, this is all your fault, Quark.
My fault? Why are you blaming me? How could you do that, Mr. Dio? You're a jerk.
I moved away silently to let them stare daggers at one another.
God tier gaslighting.
One of them is gaslighting. I honestly don't know which one it is.
We aren't trying to blame you.
But, I mean, if you just think about it, wouldn't it make sense to choose betray? Forget it. I understand now. It was silly of me to trust you guys.
So passive aggressive.
I mean, do you not like Luna? I like Luna.
My opinion changes every stream.
Yeah, honest.
Once again, my constitution is fickle.
Also, like I think Luna's the only character. Okay, not true, but like honestly, she hasn't done a single thing that I find suspicious this entire time. That could happen later.
That's suspicious, though, right?
I disagree. I didn't trust what was his name? One? What do they call him? Before we find out who Guntaro Hongo is, what do they call him? Ace. I never trusted Ace.
But he wasn't Zero.
He was bad though.
Mm-hmm.
He was worse than Zero.
When does the next?
What makes you think we'll be happy?
Well, you said if there's
Okay,
a round.
I mean, I don't know about that one,
That's
but
impossible.
Oh, you're right.
He kidnapped and
When?
almost murdered children.
so did Zero, to clarify.
She was trying not to die. And she specifically chose people that she knew would be able to help her.
I'm just saying, out of all the endings in Zero Escape, most people die pretty brutally.
And that's not her fault.
She's the one who put him there.
The voting hopping.
They're already...
Right, so.
Okay, I've already seen this like 3 times.
The Amberjack's gates have closed.
So, I think this is where we were. Like, so just keep going, just to make sure.
Yeah, now.
So,
I don't know. It's anybody's guess.
I know I can't. I'll do this one.
On keeping this party going.
I'm losing it. I've seen that too many times. Clover and I were a pair, and I had to choose one of the 3 solos. Okay. We want to go through the blue door. Wait, there's 3 options here? Hold on. How are there 3 options?
The illusion of free choice.
That's weird, right? I guess you can't go through. What happens if I do this?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. Were you even listening?
I'm not gonna pair up with Tenmyoji. That means option C is out of the question.
I agree. Option C, you'll have to kill me before I'll go anywhere with Dio.
I can go through a door with Dio. I'm not gonna do that because I still need to do this one.
Me? But I picked...
Soon.
So I'll just make a big ally this time.
Is that so? Mind telling me how you'll do that?
Ask me again later, okay?
Fine. You're on.
So we're doing option A. That means Luna, Dio, and I will go.
Which leaves the red door for Quark, Kay, and me.
Okay. That's probably not that important. Famous last words?
How obnoxious the beeping is.
I know.
Looks just like the one...
There's even a big old door in the same.
No.
Okay. I think we actually already went through this entire thing.
I remember this.
So weren't we like right here? Like right here?
Well, we were at the one after, right? Yeah.
Should I just keep going? Were we at the one after? Did we do this whole thing? Where should I skip to?
Like,
Right here?
When? That's where we left off like a year ago.
Should I go right here? I'll go right here.
You know more than I do.
Start over, lol. Absolutely not. I had 37 hours in this 27 hours in this game.
Sigma, I wanted to ask you something.
And there are some things that I do remember. No, you're right. Ninja, if I were playing this, like, I don't know. Maybe if I were playing it on my own, I would start over. I've put too many hours into this to completely start over now.
I would just look up all the other endings and then just do the main ending.
Could you pick Betray for me? I mean, I could try and, like, tackle you.
Why is she so manipulative?
But you're so big and strong. You'd probably just throw me on the
Why is
ground
she
and
flirting
I
with
love
him?
Clover. It'd work on me.
So I thought
Yes,
I might as
ma'am.
well just
Press him a
ask
tray.
you really nicely. Oh, I mean, I'd be happy to, pay you back. If you just pick Betray for me, then I'll listen to anything you say.
Oh no.
Yep, anything. So think carefully, okay? If you
I remember
choose
this.
ally,
And then I
you
picked
just
ally.
pick him with your life. Uh-huh.
Who is him? It's not Tenmyoji again, is it?
I don't know.
Oh, I think it is Tenmyoji again because we picked to go through the door with him.
Are you really, really sure you can?
It's
The
Tenmyoji.
only safe choice is to. Then I'll have 9 BP. But you don't
I
need
remember
worry
asking you to
about
pick
that.
Betray.
But you don't need to worry about
Even
Of course
if I
you
do
did.
Get 9 BP, I won't just go and
Yes, you
knock
will.
9 door all by
Every single person who's had the option to has done that. That's a lie.
Is Alice is alive, right?
Yeah, she's not dead. She's not dead.
I don't
in
think
this
she'd
ending.
go without Alice.
But Alice might be able to get 9 this time too.
I mean, Alice wouldn't have 9
I don't remember.
points yet.
There you go.
I think that the betray ending is a bad ending where Clover leaves without you.
I think all of these are bad endings.
Yeah,
To clarify, and they're all also the same length.
that's my point. Honestly, so some of them might be worse than others. I think that it's gotta be one of these that's the good ending. Do you remember when we were playing the first game and then you think that it's a certain length and then like it just like extends?
It unlocks.
Yeah.
This game also did that, right?
I don't remember. It might
Wasn't
have.
the one all the way to the left. Wasn't that like extended?
Maybe. It's been too long, man. I don't know.
And I can't leave her behind. Please.
Can't leave Alice behind? Okay, yeah.
Will you pick betray?
No.
20 seconds.
I'm immune to your feminine wiles.
On Pride Month, crazy.
What? Apparently they promised each
No, I see how it
other.
is.
You promised Temnyoji that you will pick ally.
If you just pick
As if we didn't just see it.
3,
I know.
1.
She's gonna be real mad.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game results. Thank you, Ambidex Gates.
And I think that
Now
in this
open.
situation, Tenmyoji picks Betray. I think that it's just no matter what, you're screwed.
Results from please direct.
Wait, are people dead? Oh, he picks ally!
Ooh. Wow.
Aw. Dude, why is it... Why is it showing that? Oh, it's because I'm capturing the cursor. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna turn that off real quick. Do you know how to turn off the toasts? Is it just... Let me see.
No, I have no idea.
Hold on. Sorry. Let's see. I could just go offline, actually. I don't want to go offline. I'm gonna turn it off. Sorry, I'm indecisive. Oh, I can do this. I just turn off notifications for now. Okay.
Signed or subtracted according. Please check.
Looks like you managed to trust me.
Well, it seems like I made the right choice.
Only did what I said I would.
You really helped me out.
I
Thanks.
could say the same thing. No need for thanks.
The corner of his mouth twished into a grin. I felt myself smile a little in response. Clover, on the other hand, looked less than pleased.
That was a bad choice, Sigma.
Why?
And after I told you I'd listen to anything you said. Oh well, whatever.
She sighed heavily, shot me one last annoyed look, and stalked off. Across the room, Dio and Fi were already confronting one another over their own results.
You tried to kill me and Luna. Can't say I'm surprised.
Don't give me that. You know exactly what I was doing. I knew you weren't stupid enough to pick ally. You'd defend yourself with betray, just like I would. Wait, where's Luna?
In the infirmary, looking after Quark.
Is that where Alice went to?
Alice? No, she went into one of the AB rooms with Kay.
Wait, why is Quark? Did he
I
pass
guess
out?
he has COVID-19.
Yes.
Oh, I
we
shouldn't
did
have
indeed
skipped
enter
that.
together.
Dang it.
When the doors opened, however, she left, somewhat unsteadily, in the direction of the cyan door.
She left the warehouse?
Indeed.
Without even checking the results?
Correct. There was little reason to check them.
Yeah, it's not like Quark was gonna betray you.
Okay, I don't know what happened. I don't want to go back. Hold on,
I think by the when you start like an actual ending you haven't already gotten 99% of the way through, it will be fine.
Do you think it'll explain what happened with Quark?
Indeed.
And you two still choose Ally. Man,
I think we can figure it out.
what a pair of bleeding hearts.
If you say so, being mocked for my compassion is a small price to pay for retaining my humanity.
Where did Alice
Me when I'm
run
a
off
robot.
to?
Sure didn't think like that when he betrayed us.
While we were in the AB room, she mentioned being quite tired. Perhaps she went to one of the cabins.
Oh, well, I guess
Alice?
that would make sense.
Yeah.